What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dance Daily Debrief. I'm Olivia Dance. This is my dog, Brooklyn, and this is episode number 12. So let's take a look at the stories I'm reporting on today. First up, this story has received a lot of national attention and has even become a focus of the U.S. immigration debate. Yesterday, Kilmar Abrego Garcia was taken back into ICE custody, this time here in Baltimore. I was there as he addressed supporters and walked into the ICE office. Kilmar is an undocumented immigrant from El Salvador who was deported back to his home country months ago. He was then brought to custody in Tennessee for human smuggling charges and released last Friday on electronic monitoring. But now Kilmar is back in custody after he declined a deal to plead guilty to those human smuggling charges and resettle in Costa Rica. The Trump administration seems to be moving forward with plans to deport him to Uganda as early as Wednesday. Kilmar's attorney says he's currently being held in Virginia. Due process has been a concern throughout this whole case, and now Kilmar's attorney has filed an emergency lawsuit attempting to block his detention and deportation, demanding he can't be put on a flight until he has a trial. Also, a judge has issued a temporary restraining order until a hearing is held to assess whether Kilmar can legally contest his removal. Comment below your thoughts on the Kilmar Abrego Garcia case and the possibility of him being deported to Uganda. Next up, the feud between President Donald Trump and Maryland Governor Wes Moore is heating up, and now there are billions of dollars on the line. The president has called out crime in Baltimore and says Governor Moore needs to clean it up, so the governor has invited the president to walk the streets of Baltimore with him. But President Trump didn't like that response, declining the governor's invitation, and is now threatening to pull funding for the Key Bridge rebuild. But the rebuild effort is a project already underway and one that former President Joe Biden and Congress approved previously. Trump also claims that he met Moore at a Army-Navy game last year, and the governor said that he's the greatest president of his lifetime. Governor Moore says that conversation never happened and said the president's comments are just a distraction. Meanwhile, the president has threatened to bring the National Guard to Baltimore to clean up crime. So do you think the president will actually pull funding for the Key Bridge rebuild? And how would you feel about the National Guard in Baltimore? Comment your thoughts below on this feud. Thanks so much for watching another episode of the Dance Daily Debrief. I'll see you next time. Bye.